Tonight on WVUA News at 6. The latest on a cold case investigation reopened after almost 30 years.
And after more than 40 years, a landmark at the Capstone is about to become history. We'll have the details.
You're watching Alabama's WVUA News at 6 with your award-winning news team, Lynn Brooks, Philip Coleman, weather with Richard Scott, and sports with Gary Harris.
Thanks for joining us. Tuscaloosa County authorities are taking new steps in a cold case investigation.
They're hoping to identify a woman found murdered more than 30 years ago. Details in tonight's top story. Today, authorities exhumed the body of an African-American woman in hopes to find her identity and the answer to her death. The body was buried in the cemetery of Pleasant Grove Baptist Church back in 1979. Tuscaloosa Metro Homicide Unit authorities told us when the woman was found, her body was so badly decomposed that she couldn't be identified. There were no records of a missing woman that matched her description, but authorities only know she was murdered. We spoke to a deacon of the church near the cemetery who said he's glad that we're finally going to get some answers.
I'm just glad that they decided to do an unsolved, get it done, get it over with, try to find out who she is and what have you.
And Captain Lloyd Baker with the Tuscaloosa Metro Homicide Unit told us they are sending the body to the State Department of Forensic Science, then to a lab in Texas to get a DNA profile. Baker told us they will use the DNA to search a database in an attempt to identify her.
On your Crime Watch tonight, Tuscaloosa police are looking for answers in a shooting. It happened early Sunday morning near the Taco Bell on Skyland Boulevard. Police say just after 2 a.m. they found a 25-year-old man with a gunshot wound to his leg right outside the restaurant. Police say the victim told them he and a friend were involved in an argument with two suspects at a club. The victim says later they were at the restaurant when the suspects pulled into the parking lot. Then someone started shooting. Police say the case is still under investigation. And another shooting happened just minutes earlier at a gas station on Kicker Road and Veterans Memorial Parkway. Tuscaloosa police say the victim and the suspect got into an argument over a past incident. Officials say the suspect shot the victim in the neck. Police say the wound was not life-threatening. 25-year-old Andrew Richard Webb turned himself in Sunday and was arrested on a warrant for attempted murder.
New at 6 tonight, one charity is taking the phrase "no pain, no gain" to heart. CrossFit Tuscaloosa is working with the C-Fit Foundation to hold a unique fundraiser to find a cure for genetic childhood blindness. Since the year 2010, C-Fit has raised over $100,000, and researchers say they are only 5 years away from finding a cure for two forms of the disease. A trainer from the C-Fit Foundation says that the support from Tuscaloosa has been overwhelming.
The people in Tuscaloosa and all the cities that we've stopped in have been nothing but supportive. I mean, it's been absolutely overwhelming, the outpouring of support. We have people who don't even want to work out who are just throwing us donations for the cause.
And Tuscaloosa is the 5th stop on C-Fit's 17-stop trip across the U.S., which will end at the CrossFit Games in Carson City, California. And they have raised over $27,000 so far. Their goal is to raise $60,000 for the Vision for Tomorrow Foundation.
On your Health Watch tonight, understanding the new health care law. The recent decision by the U.S. Supreme Court on health care has lots of people asking the question, how will this affect me? As we've reported, the law leaves in place the individual mandate that all Americans are required to have or buy health care by 2014, or they will face a penalty. In 2014, that penalty will be $285 fine per family, 1% of income, whichever is greater. Then it goes up after that. WVUA spoke with Dr. Leah Yerby with the University of Alabama's Medical School, who told us the new law is about creating options.
It's really about covering those persons that were uninsured and figuring out how we're going to do that. That's why there's an insurance mandate, which is what the Supreme Court ruling was really focused on. So So it's really figuring out how we create insurance options for all different types of people.
Alabama Governor Robert Bentley said he was deeply disappointed by the decision and said the law must be repealed. Well, for more than 4 decades, Rose Towers Dormitory has been a home away from home for students at the Capstone. But coming up Wednesday morning, that piece of UA history is coming down.
That's because after 43 years, it will be demolished. According to the university, Rose Towers is coming down to make room for a new residential community. Around 8 a.m. Wednesday morning, 780 explosive charges will go off, imploding the building. Now, this implosion will last only a few seconds, and the debris is expected to spread out around 30 feet from the building's footprint due to the implosion. Officials say starting at 6:30 a.m. Wednesday morning, Jack Warner Parkway, Hackberry Lane, the old Hackberry Lane, will be closed. Walking trails at Manderson Landing will also be closed, and there will be public viewing available in the Riverside East parking lot, and parking will be available at Shelby Hall and Campus Drive parking decks. Now, America turns 236 years old this Wednesday on July 4th.
Big celebrations coming up. The folks at the Tuscaloosa Amphitheater are planning a big celebration. The second annual July 4th celebration on the river is set for Wednesday night. They received video from last year. The Tuscaloosa Symphony Orchestra will be joined by several vocalists to perform patriotic music, all right there on the Black Warrior River, and of course lots of fireworks. All the fun kicks off at 6 p.m. with free activities for your kids. General admission tickets are $5 for individuals, $15 for a family 4-pack. You can buy those at the amphitheater box office. Kids under 5 get in free as long as they're with a ticketed adult. Still ahead.